Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks. Welcome to Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Jinxie Cat. I will be your caster this evening. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. It's a wonderful Storm Division. We've got CTON versus Team Alexander. As you guys all saw, I'm super excited. I'm just waiting to hear back from the teams about their lobby, and then we should be getting ready to go. Super excited, as I said before. As we take a look at these maps, in case you're wondering, Jinxie, where are we going? How do we get there? Don't worry, I've got you. So if you take a look here, you can see that the members of CTON banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya Foundry. The members of Team Alexander banned away Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines. They opted to pick Battlefield of Eternity on the side of Team Alexander, seeing as CTON had the first pick. They opted for first pick. Not sure if they opted for it, if Team Alexander opted for map pick, but regardless, that's what ended up happening. So we're just waiting on that lobby, and then we're getting ready to get going. I'm just asking them if they expected me to make it, or if they're making it, or how this is all gonna go down. Should be just another moment. How you guys doing? I'm gonna bring it back over to me while we wait. Seeing as, you know, you probably, you see the maps, you know what's going on. Alrighty, and there is the lobby invite. Let them know that I have an observer tonight. There we go. Just letting them know everything that is going on. Yes, I have an observer tonight. The absolutely wonderful Chess Leader is going to be obsing. So if we could all, you know, just say, thanks, Chess. I really appreciate it, because I am... Excuse me. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Pardon me. I am not necessarily the best observer, and actually, if you have somebody who isn't streaming ops for you, it ends up making the stream look a little bit more smooth. So, like I said, Lovely Chess is here making my life significantly easier. So if you like something about it, definitely reach out to them and say, hey, you know, that looks really good. And if you don't like it, then, I don't know, like, shut up. Alrighty, I see a lot of folks super hype in chat, and I love to see you all here. A bunch of familiar faces. Keys, Lexia, hello. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. I am too. We are in the UK currently, for those of you who are unaware. So in the UK, streaming all the way to America. You might notice that the stream looks a lot nicer than my normal streams, and that's because I'm on Tetra's super mega amazing fast dynamite website. I don't know, I'm just like full of adjectives tonight, but it's really fast. In fact, both of us can stream at 6K bitrate at 1080p at the same time and not drop a frame, which is beautiful, because when I'm back at home, I can stream at like 3.5 at 720, which is kind of a butthead. But like, you know, whatever. So the stream is really nice tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. We're just waiting for everybody to get all sorted in to this lobby, and then we will be good to go. So yeah, you know, maybe got a little bit ahead of ourselves in getting ready and jumping the gun on the old promos. In fact, I sped through them a little bit quickly, because Ladies of the Nexus is always my last promo, and Tetra actually set my promos up for me today. So I saw the Patreon one, and then I changed it, and I was like, oh no! But, you know, like it's fine. It's probably fine. So, and you're just stuck listening to me ramble about things you don't care about. But I feel like that's every Jinxie stream. So, you know, Like, you wouldn't be here if you expected anything else, right? Right. We're just waiting on 2 players, and then we will get going. Lots of exciting stuff to talk about. Obviously, a couple of Storm League games have happened since then, but for those of you who are unaware, you know, maybe you've been working really hard, or, you know, the net went down, something, you're not sure, like, what's going on. Diva and Gazlo are still free to play, so we'll get to see them hopefully today. And maybe Diva is so strong right now that she's kind of just like, if you don't have first pick, you just ban her because it's really infuriating to play against. And Gazlo is still just not good, it turns out. I've seen a couple of comps work with Gazlo. I got absolutely decimated the other day by a Gazlo, what was it? It was a Gazlo Ragnaros Blaze, and it was Blaze charge stun into Ragnaros into Gazlo, and we just got absolutely devastated. So, in those kind of instances, Gazlo is pretty gosh darn good, but otherwise, you know, still not the greatest hero. He went from being a setup mage to a mage that needs to be set up for. So, give and a take. Some people say that he's really good. Some people say that he's not so good. I'm not a Gazlo player. I know my loving boyfriend is, and he says that he's just ruined it. Like, Gazlo isn't nearly as good as he used to be. So, however you feel about him. And then Diva, like I said, is just like super OP. Like, there's no 2 ways about that. If you pick Diva, like, she has lost. She's definitely lost, but like if you know what you're doing, it's so frustrating to play against. And I'm sure every single offlane that I know is just like F Diva, you know? She feels terrible to play against, even if you end up winning. Like, your soul laner's like, we won, but I didn't have fun, you know? That's kind of where Diva's at right now. Oh, gosh. Where are our players? Wonder what the time limit is, or what happens if both teams have one missing. We start the timer for both teams. We're just waiting on one, like I said, guys, from each team, and then we will be good to go. I'm gonna let them know that I am ready whenever they all are. I'm on Chris's keyboard right now, or Petra's keyboard, and it's so hard to type. All right, and just as I said that, there are Hyde left, and Gondar is here, and there's High. All right. I am ready, and then we will get moving, and then I am going to jump back over to the maps for just a second so you guys can see. For those of you who are just now joining in, here's our maps. I know, like, we just went over this like 5 minutes ago, but we've gained a substantial amount of viewers since then. So if you're just now joining, we don't have oh, sorry, hold on. Where did I type that? Not where I needed to. I just got a message from Enigmatic. They're saying, sorry, we're messaging admins about our situation. Hope everything's okay. While we wait on that, guys, like I said, sorry, I'm super scatterbrained, making sure that everything's okay. I hope nobody on the side of CTON is hurt or anything, and that maybe, you know, it's just like internet is down and they'll have it back up in a second. But while we wait for them, again, let's take a look at these maps. Members of CTON banned away Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya Foundry. Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines were banned away by Team Alexander, and then Battlefield of Eternity was picked up by Team Alexander. As you can see there, they got that first boy. Oh no. Oh no, it seems like they're having their trouble hunting down one of their players and sub problems. You hate to see it. We had to reschedule the match. So this is actually the third round match. And now we are just waiting, trying to figure out where Dark Chimera could be. They have a second person on standby, they said. They're just waiting for the okay from the mods. Sorry, just typing to everybody. So yeah, we had to reschedule this match. This is the round 3 match. They had to play it this week, so that's why you'll be seeing me all evening this weekend, because I'm also casting Storm Division tomorrow. Interesting. Put me in coach. Oh, JK, don't. I don't know. Like, you're a pretty good player at chess. He can hear me right now, so I'm sure he's probably laughing to himself. But he's really, really good. Pretty good at the game. But I can understand not wanting to play in a Storm Division series because a lot of these guys, you know, they're big names. But, and it can be a little bit troublesome, you know, going up against some of those people. I know that a lot of my friends who are in like the Diamond Master area have been having issues. We have a lot of folks playing from EU on the NA server trying to rank up and rank their accounts and whatnot in Storm League. They keep running into like Lalba's NA account. And they're like, well, damn, you know, platinum players. And they're like, well, Lalba's on the other side, so I'm going to go take a nap. Again, we are just waiting to hear back from those admins, see what they're going to say, and then we'll get this game underway. I appreciate you guys for hanging out and being patient with me and with the teams while everything gets sorted. Hunter saying, give us chess. I like chess. I think he would do really well in this. But again, I mean, you're literally playing against a bunch of ex-Korean pros. And we always used to joke about it when I was on a higher seeded team for NGS that they were like, well, if we wanted to, like the best way to win is to lose. And, you know, just like one of our players, like if I had it my way, I'd have a scrimming like MVP Black or Genji, I think they were at the time, every single day. And I was like, that sounds awful. I would not want to do that. All right, it looks like we have our last guy. So we should be good to go in a second. The mods have allowed it. Invited just in case. Just a S2C. Admin. 2 shakes and we're confused. I don't know what's going on now. I wonder if that's supposed to be set, because that's right next to the 2. It's 2 shakes and we're confused. Sorry, everybody. It should just be another minute or so. We're waiting to see where the players are, see what's going on. And yeah. You know, this is very exciting. I mean, just like trying to keep like one googly eye on the Heroes game, see what's going on, and then, you know, trying to keep an eye on the chat, trying to like look at the camera so I could actually talk to you guys, because I'm so terrible about doing that. I have chat over on the other side and the players up and everything, so like I see myself and I'm just like, why are you looking like that? Like why are you making that face? Elheim is saying that they are ready. I'm gonna let them know that I am ready. And And that should mean that we are all good to go for game number 1. This is a best of 5 series, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folks. They're just making sure that Team Alexander is good to go, and then we will be set. So almost there. Just give us a couple of seconds. They're saying Gondar hat, and then they are ready. So 30 seconds. I love the Koreans. Like, they are so sweet and so kind, and like obviously, you know, there's a little bit of a language barrier, so they just type in like lots of emotes and are always very respectful, and I'm all about it. All right, you hear that sound, and that is the sound of Battlefield of Eternity. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and hop into game number 1. Battlefield of Eternity. Once again, if you're just now showing up, this is CTON versus Team Alexander. CTON opted for first pick, so Team Alexander took us here to BOE. I'm making sure that nobody is pinging me. All right, it's going to be that Abathur band out first and foremost. Looks like we are all set to have everything running smoothly. We can just play the game. I can do some sick, nasty casting. Abathur is banned out, and that is so interesting to me. Ana going to be taken away by the side of Team Alexander. And the reason the Abathur is so interesting to me is because, you know, this is typically a lane or a map with the laning setup that you don't see Abathur get so much value just based on the fact that he's, you know, like supposed to be off doing other things in other lanes, and it's so small you can really push in against him, as we are going to see Diablo taken out here as well. But lately what I've been seeing is like every map is a Vikings map, every map is an Abathur map. So if you know somebody who plays an absolutely insane hero like that, Vikings, Abathur, Samuro, like all of those crazy picks, then you just have to get them out of there because they are miserable to play against if the person knows what they're doing. And at Storm Division, most of them do. We're gonna see that Chromie round out the ban phase. I know my words. And immediately that Diva snap picked up by Corgi Booty. Really solid pick there. I see Satat in chat. I know that was a while. Who takes this series? It's going to be a pretty good series. I'm very excited to go through and cast it, get work done, you know. See what Team Alexander are going to pick up. Now the question is, are they going to opt for more race, or are they going to opt for more team fight? And looking at that Stukov Gara so far, it's telling me that this is a really strong team fighting comp. Obviously, we haven't seen the damage yet, and that's really where it's decided. But Gara Stukov is just so dirty, and if we look there, it's a hide Stukov. I cannot stress this enough. It's the dude is absolutely insane on that Stukov. It's been banned away from him so many times. I did an exhibition match with Hyde playing in it the other day, and it was basically like take Stukov or ban him away, because if Hyde got it, then it was just GG easy. It was a 5-game series. Stukov was picked 4 times, 100% win rate, and then was finally banned in the 5th. As we move forward, we're going to head and talk a little bit more about this draft. Johanna picked up for Hunter CJR, and then Tempest going to go ahead and lock in that Li Ming. Lucio was immediately stat banned up by the side of Team Alexander. So what do our friends on CTON have to say? What are they going to do in retaliation? They're going to opt for that Rainer ban. I think that's a really smart, solid pickup. Alrighty, now waiting for the response from Team Alexander. They had to shuffle some things around because that Rainer is, again, so very strong. As the timer ticks down, do we see there's an Imperious and a Cassia. I wasn't going to say either of those heroes, so the answer is no, but I think those are really strong. And again, the Imperious and the Cassia really confirm that Team Alexander is going to be looking to punish some out-of-position folks. They're going to look to step up aggressively and then focus on the race secondarily, because honestly, in the nicest way possible, you can't race if you're dead. So if you just kill your whole enemy team, like, it doesn't matter how slow your race is, you'll get the objective in the end. Enigmatic on that world-famous Lunara coming out here, and then Elheim gonna pick up that Malfurion. Really solid choices all around. We're seeing a little bit more of Malfurion now that we have the Gladiators medallion in the game. The roots, of course, on Malfurion are just crippling if played correctly. So going to pick that up there. And Hanzo gonna finish it out for lockdown. See if we can't do this Soothsayer really fast, because I wasn't typing it when I should be. I was talking. I got too excited about the other folks playing. All right, gonna swap it back over to me for just a second as we look at these drafts and I try to fill this in before we before we get going. So looking at these teams are probably going to load in super fast, and I'm going to have done this all for naught. But as we're waiting in, some really solid drafts, and yeah, there it is. So why don't we just go ahead and I'm going to close this down. Prepare for battle. Get all set up. Get on that observer key. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folks. Game number 1. Over on the left-hand side, we got Tempest on that Li Ming. We got Hunter CJR going to be your Johanna. Elheim is going to be your Malfurion. Up in the middle-ish lane where middle starts, we got Enigmatic on that world-famous Lunara, and Corgi Booty is going to be your Diva. And then over here on the right-hand side, we got Lockdown on that Hanzo, Spell on the Garage, Hyde, of course, on the Stukov, so incredible, Gondar on that Cassia, and in the top, it's Stab Daddy himself, Nacho Jin on the Imperious. For the Lich King, thank you very much for the follow. We're going to see Lockdown just trying to get a little bit of poke in here coming out as we look at these level 1 talents. A little bit of damage coming out onto Johanna there. Great slow by Hyde. Great throw by Spell, but Hunter gonna be able to just walk back, and it's actually gonna be Spell who ends up going down first. It's an early Li Ming reset, but Hunter steps up a little bit too far, overstays their welcome, and as such, the 1-for-1 comes out. Maybe 1-for-2 as Lunara is on some super thin ice, but manages to escape here. Just the tanks going down, dueling it out for each other. It was a really, really solid throw by Spell there, but in the end, just stepped up the towers a little bit too far. And Johanna, you know, she's called the unkillable tank for a reason. Cassia dropping that surge of light there, trying to find Lunara, unable to do so. Trying to find Li Ming, unable to do so. And then just having to back up. We'll take a look here as level 1 for Hanzo. We do have that simple geometry 6 out of 20 stacks completed there. For Diva, we always like to check out those quests. And we have the liquid cooling actually coming out for Corgi Booty on that Diva. A little bit of a skirmish down here in the bottom lane. And I know a lot of the pros and the folks who've been playing in that other tournament coming up have said that liquid cooling is kind of the worst of the 3 talents, but we are going to see it picked up here. So, is it the worst? That remains to be seen. Gonna see a fight break out overneath bottom camp, but the members of Team Alexander are gonna easily be able to take that. Hunter surrounded by 4 of them. A lot of members very low. Imperious actually came up to fight this out, and it is just going to be so very simple for Team Alexander to pick this up. And then just head back. Gondar gonna go back to base. Gets the interrupt by Hunter there. Really nicely done. Corgi Booty gonna interrupt Nacho Jin on the way in. Level 4 already online for Team Alexander despite the soak. really not being ignored by D.Va. Of course, Imperius missed a wave or so up top coming down, but the camp really makes up for it. Great stun coming out from Imperius there. A little bit of boot back from D.Va. Got that rush down, which is the 4% max health, of course, and then I believe the baby stun, or is that hit the nitrous at level 7? I believe that's hit the nitrous. But still, that percent damage against the big front line of a Team Alexander feels really, really good. Everybody just worried about taking those bruiser camps. We aren't going to see Team Alexander take theirs quite yet. We'll see if they take it at the halftime show or if they are just going to instead wait it out, maybe pick it up if they grab this Immortal here. Big bits of poke coming out from Alexander. Nothing really started on the side of the Alexander Immortal. Gondar looking a little bit low, trying to walk around, keep up that armor on the Cassia. Enigmatic in a little bit of a rough position, being chased out by Nacho Jin, gets popped by the Imperius. Great use of that brand of Solarian there. And now the rest of the team has to back up. Great unstoppable by Elheim there, able to use that Gladiator's Medallion not to get stunned by a spell. Halftime show is reached for the side of Team Alexander. We'll take a look once again at these level 4s. Level 7 almost picked up. D.Va is going to fall up in the top there to Imperius. And right now, Nacho Jin playing out of their mind, getting 2 kills going on. Gondar may look to find Tempest there. They do find it with the Thunderstrokes, and it is going to be just the Immortal going over to the side of Team Alexander. It's very low in the back. Imperius is working on it. I mean, he'll finish that Immortal eventually with that negative wave clear, but does get it, and so early on, just an absolutely devastating lead. Big shield coming out for the side of Team Alexander. Enigmatic bouncing away, trying to get a little bit of that soak, find level 7 before they have to shape up for this defense. Hunter doing the exact same thing, but Lockdown is just pinging away. Enigmatic has to tap. Level 7 has been hit. We're continuing on with that never outmatch from Hanzo. We do have that flash of anger coming for Nacho Jin. Targeted excursion for Stukov there, so we'll be able to get that reset on the bio kills, which if they detonate a single weighted pustule. And with relative ease, that front wall has just exploded. Hunter stepping up, trying to find extra damage onto Team Alexander, but they're looking so very unstoppable right now. Level 7 finally hit for the side of CTON here. We can take a look at these talents. We have an Aether build coming out from Li Ming. Aether Walker, Calamity with that blink. A nice unstoppable Iron Skin by Hunter there, able to step back, but is it going to be enough? Immortal not going to stun at the right time, and as such, Hunter just gets a free Hearth back to base. However, that top fort was taken down, so really great value out of that very first Immortal from Team Alexander. We typically only see a wall, a tower or two go down there, but the whole thing has just been absolutely devastated. Meanwhile, Nacho Jin, Imperius has no wave clear, and he's managed to get almost the entire wall down bottom, but has he overstayed his welcome? Here comes Enigmatic, here comes Elheim, the Unstoppable comes out comes that Celestial Charge, but it's not going to be enough, and a very successful gank by CTON. However, Johanna also going down there, went to help out the friends in the bottom lane, and as such, got caught out, went down. Lockdown gets very, very low there, has to use that natural agility to back away. But in the end, Lunara and Li Ming not able to finish it off, hopping over the wall, and he is gonzo. Level 10 looking pretty gosh darn close for the side of Team Alexander. Great stun on to Enigmatic. The blind comes out. Cassia is on top. Surge of Life is good. And both teams have kind of just reclaimed their lanes. Hanzo finally finishing that level 1 quest. D.Va heading up to deal with that top lane Impaler camp. Grab a little bit of XP as well. It's going to be a very rough defense for the side of CTON. They don't have level 10 yet. It's almost here for Team Alexander. We see Nacho Jin peeking around the corner, trying to see what's going on with this siege camp, and everybody turns onto Nacho Jin, leaving this camp exposed. Level 10 is online for Alexander. Hanzo comes out with the Dragon Arrow, does not connect, but basically a free Bruiser camp going over to the side of Alexander here. Meanwhile, Hanzo in the back, he probably wasn't in the fight throughout the arrow. He was grabbing the team's own Bruiser camp. That's why he is a little bit low. And this is just going to be an absolute immaculate race from Alexander. In fact, we have to point out, Gondar, you got stunned by the Immortal. Right as I was saying, the race is immaculate. But they are doing a really stupendous job. They're going to look for D.Va and Enigmatic here. Out comes this Valkyrie. Nice sidestep by Enigmatic. That Lunara hippity hop just so very strong. Meanwhile, the rest of the team trying to get a little bit of damage onto that Immortal. Going to get harassed by Alexander, but it is going to be Garrosh and Cassia who go down. Level 10 is online for both teams now. We'll take a look there. We did see that Valkyrie come out earlier. The Dragon Arrow as well. Long down, a belly full of poison is going to fall. Hyde has to retreat as well. Nothing they can do. Nacho Jin just going to soak the bottom lane as the rest of the members of maybe not. He's going to come in. He's going to look for D.Va. He's got that angelic armaments up. He gets stunned out by the Immortal, though, and this may be a little bit too much hubris for Nacho Jin. He's staying alive for now. Corgi Booty has that self-destruct, is going to pop it right now. Nacho Jin still so full of health, will finally die to Malfurion and that D.Va. Enigmatic using that leaping strike to jump away. Great unstoppable by Gondar. Han using the flailing swipes, taunt coming out onto Lunara, thrown into Fort Knox there, does fall down. Unstoppable for Tempest use as well. Hyde with those big Stukov slaps looking for Elheim. Garrosh is mounted up. Great lunar fire there, moonfire, excuse me, from Elheim. Going to be able to get away. The whole team runs. Meanwhile, D.Va is going to go down to Hanzo, though, in the back lane there. They were so very far. There was the red Immortal picked up the whole time this was happening, by the way, in case you were unaware. Great unstoppable there by the members. Oh no! Elheim will fall to the Immortal stun. The Johanna had a really fantastic Iron Skin, but it was still up when the Valkyrie came out. And as such, that meant Elheim paid the price with his life. Just tank things when you're playing Johanna can be so rough. This Immortal looking very healthy. Great stump coming out onto Enigmatic, who actually jumps in, gets out using both charges of that leaping strike. D.Va comes in. The taunt actually came down for Garrosh right there. Nacho Jin has to use the angelic armaments. D.Va will lose her mech. Out comes that big shot. The keep is so low. The Immortal will finally get it. Their last ditch effort before finally going down. Natural agility from Lockdown, and Team Alexander is outie. Just running it down, running away from CTON. They're so very dominant right now. Lunara with the Wisp is scouting, looking for Team Alexander. Oh no, Lunara is going to be thrown. I uses that unstoppable, but it's not enough. Stukov able to get the kill there. They didn't check all the bushes properly, and as such, pay with their life. Nice unstoppable by Elheim. The Dragon Arrow comes out as well as the Valkyrie. It uses the roots. Twilight Dream is good. Spell was not hit by it. Elheim is thrown into the back, tries to heal himself up, will go down. D.Va is stabbed. Johanna running for her life, level 13 to 12. Hunter the next to fall. D.Va boosters away. Isn't going to be enough. Tempest just trying to get all the damage they can in. The mech does fall for D.Va. Gets a pretty good big shot there, though. So we'll have reduced cooldown. Gets another one any minute now. Should have that mech back up, and we'll see her get into it. Able to use those micro missiles later on. You can see Corgi Booty almost completely charged up on that. We'll take a look at level 13 as on this two-lane map, the members of, oh, great leaping strike. Hanzo does fall as we're taking a look here. But as I was saying, Team Alexander looking very, very dominant here. Just kind of controlling the entire map. We have that Ninja Assassin for Hanzo. Hitting heroes with a Stormbow lowers the natural agility cooldown. You can see they've kept lockdown on their toes, and without Hanzo to invade or get the other camp, this should just be these Fallen Shaman going over to the side of CTON with relative ease. Meanwhile, the same thing being said as all four members of the side of Team Alexander are able to grab theirs as well. A little bit later, that Bruiser camp will clear out. That Impaler are going to see early race coming out, and this is the first time really that blue team has been ahead on the race. Hanzo is back here now, though. Virulent Reaction is online for Stukov, and this is the make or break talent. Roots come out off to Nacho Jin. Corgi Booty drops the micro missiles. We also have that defensive measures for Garros, getting that extra shield, Gloves of Alacrity, allowing Cassia to play even safer. And then, interestingly, the Divine Rage from Imperius, pretty standard. Out comes the Dragon Arrow, connects onto 2. Taunt is good. Fight over the friendly Immortal, though. Both teams looking quite rough. Blessed Shield has been used as well. Hanzo is good with that Scatter Arrow. Both teams so low. Nacho Jin just 25% health. Spell in the same boat, but so is Enigmatic. Hunter going in despite only having 50%. Gondar dropping that Surge of Light. Root comes out onto D.Va. They use that liquid cooling to fountain up in the middle of the map. Malfurion being chased down by Gondar has to use those Strangling Vines to get out of there. And now Team Alexander has pretty much evened this up and is actually ahead. 44 to 11K. The members of CTON had to back away. Their high damage value members being chased out there, as you see. Enigmatic just having to run all the way back to base, and the third Immortal will go over to Alexander. Is there any way CTON can come back here? They've got a mini push going on the bottom, but as we can see, Lockdown will clear it 14 to 16 as the Immortal looks to push in. We'll take a look at these 16 talents for Alexander as a fight breaks out here once again. Great stun. Pre-cleanse coming out from Elheim, very solid. Hunter so low in the back. Elheim equally as low is going to be Malfurion and Johanna going down. Corgi Booty pushed out of the mech, using that concussive blast to escape. Hanzo jumps with an aggressive natural agility, not able to find the kill though, and Corgi Booty making the best out of a terrible situation, gets away. However, this keep is falling like wet tissue paper. Will go down in but an instant. This Hanzo with these scatter arrows just devastating the members of CTON. And now with a fairly healthy, chunky Immortal, CTON, this is their last defense. We see an Enigmatic jumping onto Hyde. Great unstoppable with the Gladiator's Medallion coming out. Did not get stunned. Throw comes out onto D.Va. Stun onto the whole team. 59% on the core. Something needs to happen here, but I think it may be too little, too late. That is 3 members going down there, one being the D.Va mech, and that is going to be game number 1 going over to Team Alexander. GG. Little bit of a rough showing there early on for CTON. It kind of started it and really didn't stop. They got really the early, first blood kill onto Spell. That's got to feel pretty gosh darn good. And then they traded out the Johanna. You're like, all right, 1 for 1. And from there, just the Imperious stabs were immaculate. I mean, I know I've used that word tonight, but they were just so gosh darn good, really preventing D.Va from being able to do a whole lot in those team fights, catching several members out there. 7 to 17 in favor of Team Alexander. We'll take a look at these talents here. Like I said, level 16 was picked up from the side of Alexander. CTON not able to do so as much. I was going over these talents before the game ended. So we have that Giant Slayer, which is the 2% max bonus health, really chunking out the front line of CTON. We had the Melting Touch, again, target armor. This is just a lot of we kill you. And then, of course, Martial Law. Basic attacks against enemy heroes deal 1% of their maximum health. And if they're stunned, rooted, or slow, that becomes 3%. So between Hanzo, between Imperius, Cassia, there was really nothing that the team could do against those heroes. That front line just so very strong. We never really got a chance to look at the level 13s of the side of CTON. So we had that Abolished Magic, of course, Nature Swiftness, making that super speedy Malfurion good to go. As we saw, beautiful concussive knockback from Corgi Booty, the Roar from Johanna, and Illusionist tried to keep Li Ming safe. In the end, wasn't able to do so, however. So I am going to open up Soothsayer, update our match history, and then we should be able to move on, see where the teams are going. Picked by red, won by red, and they are up 1-0 in this best of 5 series. Update that. bring you over to the map. So if you're just joining us, first and foremost, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. This is Nexus Gaming Series. I'm Jinxie Cat. I will be your caster this evening. Here's our maps and where we're at so far. We're just waiting to hear back from the guys, where we're going, who's taking what, all that good stuff. But earlier on, as you can see, we did have CTON ban out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya Foundry. Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines were banned out by the side of Team Alexander. And then the first pick was picked by Team Alexander. They went for Battlefield of Eternity. As you saw, or maybe you didn't see if it's like, you know, the first couple of seconds you're joining in, it was won by the folks on Team Alexander. So now we're just waiting to see what everyone is looking to do. And then from there, go forward. So just another minute or two. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I hope you're enjoying the game so far as much as I do. Hi, Crushinator. How are you? It's very nice to see ya. I appear to have some updates, so let me take a look at those. All right, nothing that needs to be addressed right now. So again, just waiting for the teams to decide what's going on, and then we will move forward. I'm going to go ahead, bring it back over to me for just a second. Hello, lovelies. And as soon as I jump off of Discord, we jump right back on. Excellent, excellent. Again, nothing pertaining to me, which is super cool. So, there we are. Looks like Lockdown has made the lobby. I am going to hop in, and then we'll go back over to the map, because I always do that as soon as I bring it back to me, and I'm like, all right, we'll just, you know, come back to the caster screen for a moment. They end up picking their map and getting all sorted, all that good stuff. But that's all right. We love to see it. So going back to the map, it looks like we're just getting everything all sorted up. Yep. Oh, no. The teams have swapped their sides. Oh, no. I have to swap. I hate this. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me swap teams. Team Alexander, and then match. Swap. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna let them know that we are ready. I apologize, guys. They swapped. It is our friends on Team Alexander making that lobby, so it's really hard to communicate to them that we need to swap everybody over, so we're just going to swap the overlay. Sorry, they're going to be on the other side. We have everything else changed out for you. That sound is Towers of Doom, is where we were going, was picked up by the side of, looks like the members of CTON did opt for first pick. So Towers of Doom was taken by Team Alexander. I'm going to update that and then bring us over to the draft. So far, you haven't missed anything. I appreciate it. You guys for all your patience and everything. There we go. Bring it over to the draft. There we are. Feels good. Didn't even miss anything, as once again, that Abathur is going to be banned away by CTON, not taking any chances, because unlike Battlefield of Eternity, this is a really, really good map. Really, really solid. So, makes sense to get rid of them there. Next, we are going to see that Ana taken away by the side of Team Alexander. Once again, so far, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And there are those Vikings banned. We hate to see them. Nobody wants to play against the Vikings, so get them out of here. Vikings taken out. Last but not least, from the side of Team Alexander, what are we looking to see? Having a lovely time. It's been a long day of softball in the cold. No Hanamura quite yet. Gonna be that Chromie last and least. So Team Alexander confident in their bans last time. Didn't really see anything they needed to ban moving forward. Just going to stick with the same guys. I hope you had a lovely time playing softball, Crushinator. Diva gonna be first picked up once again by Corgi Booty, despite having that really rough off lane. It's a good hero. They did really well, had a couple of really insane plays, and she's so strong, there's no reason not to. So, of course, first pick Diva, which does beg the question, are we going to see that sick Imperious once again? But nope, going to go with the exact same thing. Everybody's saying, you know what, redo, new map, new me. We'll pick the Gyarados, we'll pick the Stukov, get the Diva together. Everybody just draft the exact same thing because they're really strong team comps. All right, it's actually going to be Imperious picked up by Hunter CJ this time round. Hunter CJR, and then Tempest is going to grab that Greymane. So, are mixing it up, and the Galaxy Brain play of the side of CTON being, you can't play Imperious into us if we take it out. Like, where are your counters now, Team Alexander? Gonna see that Lucio banned away by the Korean boys themselves. See if there was anything that was rough to handle, and yep, there it is. Cassia banned. So much respect coming out from the side of CTON. Are these the real Korean players? They are the real Korean players. Yep, these are everybody from HGC. We're going to see lockdown on that Sylvanas. A really, really nasty play. And then Nacho Jin is going to pick up the Sonya, believing that is the counter to the Diva here. They believe that this is what is going to help them into her. Again, 3-lane map, a little bit different for ganks and stuff. We'll have to see if the Diva is as devastating this time round as we finish out the draft. Enigmatic taking the Jaina and Elheim on the Brightwing. So, what do we see? We need another DPS here from the side of Gondar. Is it going to be an auto attacker? Rainer is still available. We could see that. Tychus would be pretty solid here as well. Tychus Garage is pretty nasty. But as we hit 0 seconds, it's going to be the Hanzo once again. You know, just kill him. Going to be Gondar on that this Hanzo this time around, however. Lockdown opting for that Sylvanas. So, good to see Hanzo once again on Team Alexander, played by a different player here. So maybe a couple of differences in the build. See if there is a difference in play style as they are moving forward. No swaps going to go through, which means I'm going to bring it back to me for 1 second. We can talk a little bit about these drafts as we get into this game. It's going to load super quick, and once again, I forgot to file out suits there, so no pop-ups this time round. Sorry. As we load in, and I think CTON is going to bring it back this time. I mean, every time I say that, one of the teams loses, so hopefully it's not going to be the kiss of death, but I believe in CTON. I think their draft is very strong. Of course, that is just my opinion. I would love to hear yours as well. We are on game number 2 in our best of 3 series. Over here on the left-hand side, we got Gondar on that Hanzo. Hyde is going to be your Stukov. Nacho Jin on that Sonya. Spell is your Gyarados, and Lockdown on the Sylvanas. And on the right-hand side, we have Tempest on the Greymane. We have Elheim on the Brightwing. Enigmatic on the Jaina there. Hunter CJR is your Imperious, and Corgi Booty once again rocking that Diva. Let's head to this middle lane. Take a look at some of these talents. Once again, the liquid cooling coming out for Diva. Burn the Impure for Imperious, not for that Solarian's Blaze, nor the Celestial Attunement that we typically see at level 1. Just trying to chunk out the big thickums on the side of Team Alexander with racing speed. we will see the middle minions be cleared out here, so a fight can break out down in the bottom lane. It looks like Team Alexander won that trade there in the middle. Meanwhile, Alexander just racing to get all this, so already have collected it. Jaina by herself into Sylvanas. Going to be a little bit rough. We are going to see Spell and Gondar chasing out the 4-man here of the middle lane, building up their own quick rotation, and no one looking to super fight quite yet. Just going to poke out a little bit and grab those minions, head back. Both teams going to look to grab their sappers here. We shouldn't see an invade as nobody started particularly early. Neither team is going to finish particularly early, so they're just going to trade and look for the push down here in the bottom lane. Jaina versus Hanzo in the middle lane. It is going to be a stun onto 3 members of CTON. Hunter comes in with the spear, does not connect, ends up eating a face full of poison, and Tempest in a bit of a pickle. We do have the Banshee Queen coming out there for Sylvanas. We have opted for the spell power from the Might of the Banshee Queen. Hitting an enemy hero with Withering Fire increases the attack speed and spell power by 5% for 6 seconds, up to stacking up to 5 times there. So, you know, you can get that extra speed. Have the unstable poison coming out. Minions can die and explode from Sylvanas. Level 4 hit by both teams there. Sonya going for this slam build, the Furious Blow, and the Shattered Ground. Meanwhile, the side of CTON opting for Jaina going for the Frost Armor, not even going to worry about those Ice Lance cooldowns or piercing, all that good stuff. She's really worried about being harassed by those physical damage dealers. So while she has the Frost Armor, she will reduce the basic attack speed by taking damage by 50%. We're going to see a little bit of invade come out here. Hunter is thrown, does get the polymorph onto Hyde. A great teleport there by Elheim. First Blood was picked up. However, though, excuse me as I fix my observer settings here for a moment. There we go. As you see, Imperius did fall there in the end. Just a little bit too much damage coming out from the side of Team Alexander. We will see a rotation there, 2-1 in favor of Team Alexander. A little bit of a fight breaking out down here in the bottom lane. Are going to move to this middle lane now. Looks like my observer thingy still isn't working. There we are. All right, sorry for the motion sickness, everybody. We had to get back on the right key with our friend Chess Leader, who, again, thank you so much for helping me out tonight. A little bit of a fight coming out here over the top lane. Corgi Booty being ganked, has to drop that Diva bomb. Will go down before the bomb explodes, and that is going to be top camp and the death of the solo lane going over to Team Alexander. We'll take a look at these talents. Both teams do have level 7 now. Blaze of Glory picked up here by Imperius. Does have to get teleported onto by Brightwing, who finally has that peekaboo, giving them the shield. Throw comes out onto Hyde. Hunter accidentally overstepping. Does not connect onto Hyde there. Has to walk away. Will find themselves in the slammer. Great CC by Hyde with the lurking arm. And you hate that as an Imperius. Whenever you're looking for the stun, you're like, all right, I see him. But then you push a little bit too far forward, end up slipping past the hero with that pathing. And you're like, well, shit. That's really the only thing you could say. Are going to see Team Alexander take the aggressive camp down here in the bottom lane. Enigmatic going to try and clear that up. Great polymorph coming out by Elheim. Does get the stun off. Not fast enough to get the slow. The DPS onto Spell there. Throws out Corgi Booty. Very, very low. Has to use the Gladiator's Medallion. Stun comes out. And now it is Stubov who jumped in to save the tank. Does fall there. Rapidly exploding, and great transition onto the target there from CTON. They saw, you know, Hyde overstayed. He doesn't have nearly the armor that Garage does, so just kill him, forehead. And they did. Great throw coming out, but this is going to be CTON picking up this altar here in the middle lane, showing that they still have some fight in them. Spell does feel the wrath of the Blaze of Glory there. Sylvanas as well gonna be lockdown going down. That percentage damage from the burn, the impure, really affecting spell. They weren't able to dive in. As such, pumpkins have been cleaned out. Heroes will be back up in but a moment, and CTON looking really dominant in this game number 2. Not nearly as rushed as the first game. We're going to see Watermelon come out as level 10 is on life for both heroes. Unstoppable from Garrosh, and that Indomitable will there. Stun beautifully onto Hyde. Out comes the Dragon Arrow, but it's not going to be enough. Stun onto Lockdown. Wailing Arrow will shut down this push from coming out further. The members of CTON incredibly low, but in the 2 for nothing. Garrosh and Stukov going down. We are going to see CTON is happy to accept they got several of those ultimates out. They got many of those heroes. Didn't lose anything, so we're going to slap a big old W on that. Great spear onto Lockdown. His polymorph is killed, and CTON with level 10 showing signs of life in the series. A nasty fight back here. Take a look, see what everybody opted to pick, and talk a little bit more about these talents. Interestingly enough, we did see a change in the Hanzo build, opting for the ignore all distractions. Increase Hanzo's basic attack range by 2 for 3 seconds whenever you instantly kill a minion. You instantly kill minions, and then increase your basic attack range by 2 for 3 seconds. Really, really solid there. Are going to see Tempest get spooked by Hyde. Stab comes out, running for their life. Wailing Swipe will push Hunter back into that Wailing Arrow. Lockdown very, very low. Is able to escape using those Banshees. Jaina goes down in the back. Hyde, however, going to pay the price. We're fighting on several different sides of the map. Top comes out, but Spell really didn't want them to be auto-attacking him right now. 39 armor. Tempest being harassed by Gondar. A little bit of aggression coming out from both teams. Tempest using that engage from the Greymane Worgen form to just jump to the team, get out safely there. Lockdown pops that black arrows, has to use the Banshees to get away. Interrupted by Elheim. Wailing Arrow comes out, but it's not going to be enough as Lockdown stands a little bit too close to the big bad wolf and finds himself with a free trip back to base. Spell, great CC, 100 health. Gondar does try and defend his friend, but Brightwing ends up getting the kill there, and CTON are not messing around this game. We're 8-4 in terms of kills. There is no tank. Free poke coming out from Gondar here, but the March of Destruction. Hunter looking for Gondar and no playing. Gets the stun with the Celestial Spear. Out comes the Greymane, and once again, Team Alexander are finding themselves in base. Blink heal coming out from Elheim to keep Greymane alive. Imperious decimating Stukov, and Hyde, for all their bluster, being the best Stukov in the world. You wouldn't know it this game because Hunter is just on top of him, doing such a great job. The power of the Imperious tank really realized here by CTON, who are just dominating in this game. Again, 10-4, keeping on top of that. So Corgi Booty really keeping Sonya subdued there in the top lane. Gonna see the Sappers picked up here, and 13-14 can make for kind of a risky team fight. So it looks like we'll just have the gentleman's agreement here that both teams are going to grab their defensive altars and step back. We do see Lockdown chasing on to Hunter a little bit here. They drop that Blaze of Glory to dismount anybody who may try to come in, but nobody from Team Alexander going to pursue even further. Gonna have a fantastic scatter arrow there from the side of Team Alexander. Tempest eating all of those, just shotgun arrows to the face, losing about 25% of their health there. Hunter going to check the bush, very smart, finds the whole enemy team, pops their molten armor to get away, did not want to go down there while the rest of the team was recovering. Corgi Booty is just despicable to Nacho Jin here. They have to use that movement speed to get away. 50% health just from those Diva autos. Take a look at some of these talents here more. Again, both teams on 13. Fairly standard for Jaina. We have the Icy Veins coming out. Nacho Jin watching these sappers being picked up in the top lane. Not really anything that they can do. Spell setting up for a potential gank. Well, down here in the bottom, Gondar is looking to get some free damage. Now, everybody is just hanging out, again, trying to find the soak, trying to find what little push they can get here and there. It's been a really, really solid play so far by both teams, but especially for CTON, who are just strolling, just strolling down the lane, picking off people as they go. Virulent Reaction is online now, though, and that could be really devastating for the Imperius, who likes to dive in. If Hyde can land that pustule, then get that silence off, it is going to be a really rough time for the Imp there. Are going to see camps picked up by remember Team Alexander here. Corgi Booty chasing Nacho Jin away. Brightwing grabs the defensive turn, and now they are looking to grab this other one here. Level 16 online for CTON. Hyde going to get the interrupt, gets the root onto D.Va. They are silenced. We are going to see the boosters go away, and none of the rest of the team is here. They're looking to push down on this bottom lane. Spell being chunked out here. Here comes Brightwing. Angelic armaments have been dropped. Do not connect with that stun. Out come the swords. Nobody is hit, though. Sylvanas trying to make their way away. Tempest looking out for her, however, and this should be the bottom fort falling down. Dragon Arrow, they expected the team to go back. They don't find him. Brightwing is the only one that is silenced, and that's a really big problem there. Are going to see Brightwing fall in the bottom as Lockdown jumps in, jumps out. Taunt and throw coming out onto Imperius. Gondar going to make quick work of the tank of CTON, and again, Lockdown going in, gets rooted by that numbing blast from Jaina. Not going to find much else. Corgi Booty is in the back defending this fort. The whole team is showing back up now, though. But this isn't a safe fort to fight under, so as they fight the D.Va here, she will eject. She is going to torpedo dash away. Not going to find it, though. Immediately, Black Arrows comes out to shut this off. And so much hard work just gone in an instant for CTON. They're back now to the exact same talent here. 7-10. No kills being picked up from the side of CTON there. They are going to use this opportunity to take the aggressive sappers. Enigmatic looking to keep an eye on them, but being hit by Gondar there, they will have to back it up. And now it is a little bit of a reverse map play as the side of CTON is going down. We see that keep health falling so very quickly. One sapper will go down, getting the keep, but that's two more that can be pushed in. One altar down here in the bottom lane, and this most likely will go over to CTON, or excuse me, go over to Team Alexander. Sapper is going to be killed there, so no extra shots for Alexander there. And they're going to have to wrap around, find something else. They do find Sonya coming in. Great Warbreaker by Garrosh. Jaina just explodes. We are going to see the root come out onto D.Va there. She loses the mech. Imperius does drop the Angelic Armaments. It's not connect with the swords. They're in the back, surrounded by God and everyone. Hyde having to run away. Chase after Hunter uses those flailing swipes. It is going to be the death of Imperius. Meanwhile, in the bottom, Brightwing was found by Sylvanas there. Gondar going to jump over the wall. D.Va slain as well. And nobody grabbing the altar yet. This is going to be the middle keep going down as well. 7 shots will go out to the side. Excuse me, 6 shots. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 6 shots going to go to the side of Team Alexander, who are now looking for this triple fort play. Again, we can see this keep health here in the bottom. It's falling. We're going to see Tempest trying to get on here. Spell taunts him. Greymane gets the throw, and now he's going to have to deal with the fort attacking him, but that is going to be Greymane going down. 6 cap is here. Spell defending the bottom lane. Nothing else that folks can do. Boss being started by Alexander, who have found a role. And I don't speak Korean. I don't know what that says. They're going to see play of the game come out. Level 20 online. Enigmatic blown to bits there. Onslaught is being completed. Well, it's actually from Tempest coming out. And this may be the end of the game here. The team looking to try and step up. There are only 3 shots left on the core. Enigmatic calling the GG, and there is nothing that the team can do here. Another controlled chaos swipe comes out. 2 shots against the core, 1 more, and that's it. With nobody able to stop this last shot, that is going to be game number 2. Going over to Team Alexander. That was absolutely dirty, Crush. I agree. I was like, oh man, the taunts of the Ford attacks him, and then he throws him underneath it. We saw the medallion come out, but it was too little, too late. Had to use it before that taunt came out and back up. As such, this is going to be, again, game number 2, going over to Team Alexander. CTON was looking so incredibly strong, but once that virulent reaction came online and the picks kept rolling in, the stagger deaths kept happening, it just was not enough for our friends over here on the North American side. Look at these stats here, 14-10 in favor of Team Alexander, and that's really incredible considering by, I think at minute 12, we were something like 7-10. So 7 more kills picked up in the last 3 minutes of the game by Team Alexander. Here we can take a look at these stats. Pretty low damage game all around. D.Va having the highest damage on the side of CTON there, 39k. Meanwhile, Gondar with the 56. Big siege damage coming out for Nacho Jin, 147k. Again, D.Va holding the record for the siege damage on the side of CTON, 85k, and then dead evens healing between Hyde and Elheim, 59 to 60k. So well done by both those teams. We'll take a look at these talents, as a lot happened in those last couple of minutes, and we didn't really get to look at them. We did see the numbing blast come out for Jaina there, getting that root, allowing her to get away a couple of times. Greymane with the Executioner was dominating up until, you know, Alexander found their footing once again. The Seasoned Soldier making it so much harder to kill Garrosh, and I think that's kind of what CTON were banking on, is just, you know, really destroying that front line with the Imperious build. As you can see here, we've got that Burn the Impure, the Sovereign Armor, Blaze of Glory, of course, the Angelic Armament, Divine Rage, and then the Melting Touch. So they were really trying to get on top of that top line, but in the end, Seasoned Soldier, Sonya going for actually the Rampage as opposed to that Nerves of Steel, and Ignore Pain later helping her to stay alive as well. Didn't get to see a whole lot of Nacho Jin this game. Play of the game, decimating Enigmatic in the last couple of seconds. Once again, Ninja Assassin coming out. We do have another game, so I'm going to bring it over to the map so we can update this as we go to the potentially last game of the series, unless CTON are playing for the reverse sweep, and you guys are really going to like this. It's a good one. So let me update that. Picked by blue, won by blue. It looks like the teams are staying on the side, so that is very good. Game number 3 is going to be on Alterac Pass. So let me go ahead and update that, and it looks like the way things are set up, this was once again picked by Team Alexander. So we'll get that all updated for you. If you guys are just joining us, then welcome, welcome. It's so great to see you. There's a lot of Alex on this map helper screen here as we take a look. Starting off early on, we had Team Alexander opting to ban Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines. CTON getting rid of Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya Foundry. Team Alexander taking us to the first map, Battlefield of Eternity, which they won in a pretty definite fashion. And then, of course, next game was picked up by Team Alexander once again. Was a little bit shakier there. We did see CTON show a lot of potential for that game. Just kind of fell apart as the other team scaled up. And then now we are on game number 3, Alterac Pass. Picked once again by Team Alexander. And without further ado, let's hop in. Are the map bans going to be the same? Or are they going to try for something spicy instead? Let's close that chat log because it's just most of us going, are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Let's everyone say go, 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 go. So, as we get in, what are we looking to see? Lost Vikings going to be banned out. Oh, they swapped sides again. Gosh darn it. Why are you people like this? That's all right. We can change it. Team Alexander is going to be the ones banning out the Ana as I fix this up super quick. And then Lost Vikings going to be banned by the side of CTON there. Garage going to be banned by CTON. And then team, let's swap this again because they hate me. Update. All right, there we go. So CTON banning out Garage, and we'll see if anything was of note there for Team Alexander. Maybe the Imperious ban coming out, maybe the Lunara ban, just because Enigmatic plays it and they play it so very well. Or if they're going to go for this Chromie once again, as they have been all game, they're going to opt for the Chromie. Yep. All right. Gosh, so demanding. First pick coming out. And Elheim this time going to snatch away the Stukov as it's been pretty good the last couple of games. So why not give it out a try on CTON, who are still in this. The reverse sweep starts now. I have faith. Diva is going to be picked up this time around by Nacho Jane. We will see what they can do as, you know, a lot of the power picks are being taken away. Lockdown gonna grab the Rainer. Blue pick. See if they're going to go for some of their tried and true favorites. Hunter CJ could look to... oh, did I not pick it up right? Yeah, Team Alexander is 2-0. Is it not showing right? We're going to actually see, no. Hunter CJR is not going to grab the Johanna. We're going to see the Hanzo this time picked up by Enigmatic. And then, there we go. All right. Hunter CJ are going to grab that Diablo. So trying a little bit something new in this game number 3, and I am all about it. Sonya is going to be taken away. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that so much. These are the follows going to my own channel, so sorry NGS didn't swap over the Jinxie alerts. I apologize, but only a little bit there. We're going to see the ban finally come out from the side of CTON, and it is going to be that Greymane. Not wanting to deal with the Rainer Greymane is a very frustrating comp to deal with, of course. Now, who is going to be the off lane for Corgi Booty there? They could opt for the Imperious once again if they play it. Else, we could see something like something that holds the lane. Tahaka, I've seen, has done well. We've seen a couple of talks of ETC off lane and how well they do into Diva. Muradin, Malfurion going to be picked up for the side of Team Alexander, though, as we wander and wait. Muradin, really great in Diablo. Whenever he comes in, before he can get the flip off, you can usually try and get the stun over. And then, of course, stun with Hide on Malfurion can follow up with the roots. Pirate alerts invading the NGS channel. Yeah, I know. We're going to see Deathwing come out, and Corgi Booty is going to play the Samuro. This is a big, beefy comp coming out from the side of CTON. Their last-ditch effort to stay in this series. So, Gondar with the last pick. They need a little bit of percentage damage, something to reveal. There's a lot going on here. This is an incredibly spicy draft. What are they going to pick? What does Gondar believe is going to save Team Alexander from this monster? And they're going to opt for the Cassia. I think that is really, really strong. I think that's a really, really solid pickup from the side of Team Alexander here, just based on the fact that level 13, 16, Juice Pirates, I wish. But Cassia does get that martial law, which completely ignores the armor of Deathwing, so you can just shred him down. His health has been nerfed so many times. Gonna swap back to me for a second as we load in, as we've been doing. But Deathwing nerf to the health over the past couple of patches after it was released has made him very reliant on the armor. And so if Cassia is just ignoring it, as we're seeing a rocket load in, that's the fastest load in I have ever seen here, will make things very difficult. Alrighty, looking over here, starting off on the right-hand side, we are going to be looking at Spell on the Muradin. Gonna see Lockdown on the Cassia. Nacho Jin is going to be your Diva. Raynor is played by Gondar, and then Malfurion picked up by Hyde there. And over here on the left-hand side, gonna see Hunter CJR on the Diablo. Enigmatic going to be playing your Hanzo. Spell gonna find Hunter there, gonna get the shove out. Roots do not come out fast. Elheim is gonna be your Stukov. Corgi Booty on that same round up in the very top hand lane. Tempest will be your Deathling. Let's get back into the meat and potatoes of it, as everyone is looking to fight here on the side. Oh shoot, the overlay. Sorry, team. Fix that. There we go. My apologies. You didn't miss anything. Just everybody fighting. We'll get it back in a second. I know you're all going to yell at me and be like, why are you bad at this? But it's fine. All we've seen is Corgi Booty take a little bit of damage. Everybody went to the lands. And now we're just clearing out, getting that soak. As you see, we'll take a look at these level 1 talents. Both Hanzo and Lockdown get quite low. Lockdown looking for blood, may have overstayed their welcome, but with that armor, not going to find it. Hanzo already with 9 stacks on that simple geometry. Samuro opting for the Way of the Blade, getting that extra critical strike on their 3rd attack, reducing the armor by 5 for 2.25 seconds, stacking up 2-3 times. So very solid. We're going to see the auto build come out for Diablo here with the Feast on Fear start. This time for Diva, we're seeing that full metal, and this has been really the big picker for a lot of the folks who are playing at this high of a level. Thunderstroke coming out from Cassie, and oh my goodness, they already have 19 stacks. It's absolutely insane here. We see another little fight come out. Hanzo's looking for that simple geometry, has to use the medallion already to get out of the roots. Just gonna back away. Now, again, everyone just, I always like to just like watch and like see what's gonna happen, because I can commentate like, oh no, auto attacks. Oh no, the silence comes out. Lockdown is back. Hunter looking quite low, gonna be blinded out there, but in the end makes it away with 500 health. Level 4 has been picked up. And what we don't typically see coming out here from Dio, they're going for that nuclear option. Hitting yourself destruct with Big Shot causes to destruct 40% faster, just like in the cinematic. We're gonna see this first couple of towers go over to the side of Team Alexander here, as the announcement is made for the objective. Teams are looking to get health and mana back on the side of CTON. Meanwhile, it looks like Team Alexander is just looking for blood. Corgi Booty trying to hunt down the squishier members of Team Alexander, lying in wait. Meanwhile, Noel's finally going to be picked up from the side of Team Alexander. Really surprised it's 3 minutes in, and they're finally looking to grab these. We're going to see the same thing on the side of CTON. Nobody quite looking for this objective yet. So very important. Once level 7 rolls around, we should see everybody making their way to the objective. However, I might have spoken a little bit too soon. Level 7 still not online, so being picked up. We are going to see Cassia and Muradin get an early start onto this objective. Corgi Booty going to stop that interrupt there, but level 7 now online for Team Alexander Fan Club. Team Alexander, the fan club is not here today, actually, and they're actually called the other Koreans now. Gonna see a good stun onto Lockdown. Hanzo will finish at level 1 in rapid speed, but thing to note, 6.9 Knight is not level 7. Finally going to be picked up here. Hanzo will fall first blood going over to the side of Team Alexander. Deathwing has landed, but D.Va is looking for the blood here. Going to chase down the big, thick members of CTON. Tempest is coming in. Meanwhile, Hyde channeling that objective. Hunter stepping up, trying to stop the folks from doing that. Not going to be able to find it just yet. We'll finally get it here now. Molten Breath comes out to try and deter the members of Team Alexander, but they are back here. Gondar having to step back. Gets pushed in by Diablo. Gets that weird bug where Diablo pushes you and like you go to Africa, but he kind of stays in one spot. Nacho Jin has that self-destruct sequence. Stukov will go down in the meantime, not even having to use it. And Tempest looking so low. Gondar actually going to chase all the way underneath the keep. Find Deathwing there, take a little bit of damage, gets the cavalry, and now they are just going to hang back. They're so aggressive, and this is Team Alexander looking for the clean sweep. Going to push down this bottom fort, finds it relatively quickly. Gonna see the throw onto Gondar, pops the unstoppable, though does not get silent, able to walk away. Spell does find Hunter, and this is gonna be quite difficult here. I'm gonna take a look at the Muradin build here, just out of curiosity. We're actually going for that heavy impact, getting that 80% slow when you land on enemies with the Dwarf Toss. Not something we typically see every single day. Reverberation also coming out, and then, of course, that extra damage. We're going to see Hanzo blasted to bits by Raynor and Muradin, and this is just so uncomfortable for CTON. We're already 4-0 in terms of kills. All three of the forts are going to be capped here. Level 10 has been picked up. We are going to see D.Va drop that nuclear option, looking to grab this. Deathwing will fall in the bottom lane. And really, it's just a nasty struggle for CTON. They brought out the big guns, and the big guns may not be enough. D.Va going to be chased by Corgi Booty. 69 health. Nice. Going to get away. Jumps on the horse and comes back out. She hits her fountain, but 148 health into lane with Samuro. Meanwhile, down in the bottom, Team Alexander is looking to grab this bottom boss. Going to be able to do so with relative ease. A couple of things to note here. We have the Banshee coming out, Raynor's Raider for Raynor, and then the Tranquility for Malfurion, not opting for the Twilight Dream. Gonna have Ball Lightning this time for Cassia, and then of course the standard Avatar and Micro Missiles coming out. Level 10 has just been picked up by CTON as well here, so hopefully they'll be able to find some footing in this later game versus this boss. Get that massive shove, Dragon Arrow, Illusion Master, the Bellowing Roar, and then APOC coming out for Diablo. Deathwing takes to the sky. Boss is pushing on this keep wall, and CTON, they're just having such a hard time. Keep wall being taken down at 7.5 minutes. You hate to see it. Button, nothing anyone can really do. APOC stun comes out though. Deathwing is landed unstoppable for Lockdown, but you can't stop the damage. Corgi Booty jumping onto Hyde. He's running away. Gondar looking to hit the big members of the side of CTON. Malfurion goes down, and finally the kills we're looking for. Muradin will also fall to Hanzo down here in the back. Cataclysm comes out. Now it's Gondar all by his lonesome. Meanwhile, D.Va is channeling that objective. Great penetrating round to knock back the CC of CTON, and this is going to be Gondar escaping with his life. The 3 for nothing, though. A great comeback here. We did see Team Alexander ahead by 2 levels, and now only 1, as we got that extra XP coming in for CTON. Meanwhile, clones will distract the members of the cavalry guards for Team Alexander. However, D.Va is on the case, going to find Corgi Booty, just trying to chunk him down there. The clones running away, doing their own thing. Mech has been pocked by Nacho Jin. are going to see Corgi Booty jump out of there fast as they can. Lockdown and Spell looking for the other members of CTON, but they are nowhere to be found. Nacho Jin going to start channeling this objective, while the rest of the members of CTON do have to back up. Lockdown chasing after Hunter CJR. They are going to find this fort. And I thought that was going to go down a lot sooner than it did. Enigmatic all by himself in the back will find a swift death there. D.Va doing so much work. Out comes those micro missiles. Ball lightning is good. Knockback is interrupted by the spells hammer there. Elheim trying to jump onto Spell now. Out comes the Cataclysm from Deathwing Hyde. Nowhere to go, and everybody is fighting everywhere. Hunter running for his life, trying to help the support, but Elheim does fall. Nacho Jin still very healthy with that bomb, going to back it up. And once again, Cavalry is picked up. Samuro will go down to D.Va, and while Cavalry is started with 2 members down, another free boss over to the side of Team Alexander. And it's been so rough here for the members of CTON. They're trying to find their way back into their game, clawing in as much as they can, but unfortunately, Alexander is just a step ahead. Level 13 for both teams. Are going to see the members try to poke safely back from the wall. Great damage coming out there by Enigmatic. Medallion coming out for Elheim. This top keep looking so very rough, but the Cavalry is fading fast. Nacho Jin in the back is interrupted out of there. Bomb has to use a torpedo dash to get away. Corgi Booty wants it, does find it. Hanzo with the kill. The keep is going to go down. Boss not going to do a whole lot to the core with 2 keeps still alive. Make that one. This is enough for Alexander to end if they can find a couple of picks here. They are going to take Deathwing down, but Spell is low in the back. Cassia sent all the way to Austria. Out comes the Diablo and interrupts his own combo there. Great medallion by Gondor, who ends up getting the pick on to Hanzo there. Alheim the next to fall on the Stukov. Hunter going to try and help himself out. He tries to use the medallion but pops it too quick. Enigmatic already calling the GG as there's so much on the core. 25k, 1.5, 400. That is going to be GG. Game number 3 and the series will go over to Team Alexander. Well done. Really, really dominant last game. If we take a look here, we are going to see it didn't look as bad as it felt watching that. 6-13 in favor of Team Alexander. And, you know, it could have definitely been a lot worse. Have a look at those stats while I update our score so everybody knows that your champions for today are Team Alexander with the good old-fashioned 2-0. Alrighty, when you take a look again at these talents, we really need to talk about a lot of them. Didn't even make it to level 16. Team Alexander did. Only 2 of them picking talents because they were pushing at that point. Level 13 online for the side of CTON there. They had the virulent reaction. The comeback was real. Had the Fire and Fury from Deathwing. Diablo going for that devastating charge. If it had gone on maybe another 5 minutes, we could have seen CTON claw themselves back in. But unfortunately for them, that just ended up being how the cards fell. So the series goes over to Team Alexander. We can finally update the stocks. I know you guys were incredibly worried about when that was going to come back. Don't worry, I've got you back for Tuesday. That is going to be it for me today on the NGS page. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful time. I just activated my iPhone, who has recorded all of this. Thank you, Siri. I'm Jinxie Cat. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. If you like what you see, please definitely check me out. You can find me over at twitch.tv/JinxieCat ! And casters in chat to find me. And then you see over here on this side? Yeah. There we go. There we go. The mirror makes it kind of hard. Discord, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want. I'm there at Jinxie Cat. If you like what you see, drop some of those biddies, drop some of those support arenas. the sub-arenas, excuse me, because everything on the NGS page goes directly to me. If you can't donate monetarily, then I appreciate you guys just hanging out with me. 2 Samurai deaths and then 6 for every other character. Yeah, it was a really, really rough game. I appreciate you guys so much for watching me, hanging out. We're going to be back here tomorrow, 6 p.m., casting another Storm Division game. So thank you guys very, very much. I'm going to leave it to the mods to raid you all over. See if there's anybody. So Vihei is playing right now. She is in Division A West, so maybe that's someone they'll consider sending over to. Elsa, you know, whoever they pick is going to be really, really fun. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.